What would happen if a star as big as Wong Eba finally revealed a side that had been hidden from the public spotlight? And how did the world react when Xiao Zhan actually got national recognition, without ever expecting it at all? Is this just a coincidence? Or is it a sign that 2026 has completely changed everything? Let's discuss it together. The year 2026 is slowly being remembered as one of the most decisive periods in Chinese entertainment history. Not because of one major scandal, nor because of open competition between the stars, but because of subtle but powerful changes in the way the public views the meaning of fame, influence, and recognition. In the midst of the change, two names that for years stood at the top of the limelight returned to the center of conversation: Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. This time, however, the spotlight doesn't come from a colossal project or a mere popularity record, but rather from something much deeper, a revelation that changes everything. For the public, Wang Yibo has been known as a symbol of dominance. His name is synonymous with his almost unwavering popularity, giant fandom, and cross-field abilities that one person rarely possesses. It's everywhere: the screen, the big screen, the music stage, the fashion world, to the professional sports arena. But in 2026, especially on a night that became a national conversation, that image began to shift in a direction that not many people predicted. That night, at the Weibo Night 2026 event, Wang Yibo again appeared as a central figure. As has often happened, his presence immediately triggered a surge in conversation on social media. The camera follows him in every step, expression, and gesture. But behind the twinkling lights and cheers, there was something different. When he speaks before the public, his words are not just about gratitude or achievement, but about burdens, about expectations, and about how popularity can be a double-edged sword. Many were silent when they heard it. Wang Yibo, who has been known to be relatively introverted, instead chose to reveal a reflective side that he rarely showed. He alluded to how the spotlight relentlessly shaped his life, how success is often mistaken for freedom, when behind it lies great responsibility and invisible pressure. The statement was immediately widespread, cut into short clips, requoted by the media, and analyzed from various points of view. For his fans, the moment felt emotional. Many felt that they finally saw Wang Yibo not only as an untouchable icon, but as a human being who was also pondering the direction of his life and career. For industry observers, the recognition marked a new phase. Wang Yibo no longer simply dominated numbers and trends, but began to redefine the meaning of his own influence. While the public was still talking about Wang Yibo's words and their hidden meanings, another piece of news emerged in a much quieter, but equally profound way. Xiao Zhan, who throughout 2026 has lived a career with a steady rhythm and a focus on the quality of his work, suddenly became in the spotlight for something he didn't even expect much. The national recognition he received did not come from fandom cheers or trending records, but from institutional and public appreciation for his contributions in the cultural and social fields. For many, this is a real surprise. Xiao Zhan has always been known as an actor with a strong fan base and a warm image, but this recognition takes him to a different level. He is no longer seen solely as an entertainment star, but as a public figure who brings value, exemplary, and positive influence. What makes it even more interesting is the fact that this moment is not wrapped in a big thrill or a dramatic narrative. It came quietly, almost without fanfare, as if reflecting Xiao Zhan's own consistent and dedicated journey. Even among his fans, the reaction that emerged was not only euphoria, but also emotion. Many admit that this achievement feels like the result of a long journey that is often traveled in silence. Not a few also said that Xiao Zhan himself seemed unexpected, a confession that felt sincere, not something that was pursued with excessive ambition. It is at this point that the great narrative of 2026 begins to take shape. On the one hand, Wong Eba stood at the top of the spotlight, revealing a reflection that invited the public to rethink the price of popularity. On the other hand, Xiao Zhan received national recognition, proving that influence is not always measured by how hard the spotlight is on, but by how deep the impact is left behind. The two are not directly intertwined, but their stories seem to complement each other. Without the need for an open comparison, the public begins to see two equally valid paths to success. Wong Eba showed that dominance and fame can be accompanied by awareness and introspection. Xiao Zhan proved that consistency, integrity, and values can lead to recognition that goes beyond the entertainment world itself. No one is superior to the other, as they speak different languages. This is the reason why many say that 2026 changes everything. Not because of competition, but because of redefinition. China's entertainment industry, through these two figures, seems to be saying that the future is not only about who is the most popular, but also about who is able to give meaning. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, in their own way, became a mirror of that change. And perhaps, the most interesting thing is the fact that all of this is happening without any big plans in sight. An honest disclosure on stage, and a national recognition that came unexpectedly. Two events that stood alone, but together formed one powerful message. In an increasingly noisy world, sometimes honesty and sincerity change everything the most. The year 2026 has shown that success doesn't always speak with the same voice. On the one hand, there was Wang Yibo with his honest confession that made many people see popularity from a new perspective. On the other hand, there was Xiao Zhan who proved that calmness, consistency, and value can bring much deeper recognition than just the spotlight. Then which path do you think is more transformative? Is it dominance that comes with reflection, or recognition that comes unexpectedly? Write your opinion in the comment column. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss other interesting discussions. See you in the next video.